Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come again. Makes the catch. It's Porter. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
We've got a timeout from the kicking team. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the third. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Going right to work up top. The screen, he can go! And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw, it's Simpson. Flushed out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught, it's Miller. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. The screen, he's got wheels. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw again. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Going to try to get it himself. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run.
Throws toward the end zone. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown tie.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll go to the air. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a lets it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown Buckeyes. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front, and you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Pulls it in, it's Porter. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Ohio State!
but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. A full dive to haul that one in. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Touchdown, Alabama! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Got it inside the 10. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires on the move. Finds his man, it's Horton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that...
Looking for the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the...
Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's a big mountain to climb, but the defense helping themselves out by getting that takeaway. They're going to need a few scores now, but you needed something positive to happen. You needed the momentum to shift.
Going for the big play. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out, they stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Grab near the marker. It's Bernard. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Got his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Flying down the right side. The 20. He's at the 10.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
The returner will field it and try to do some business.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Bears the pressure. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Power football with the run. Running to Green. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Still looking, on the move. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a set. Going for the goal line. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
If they can get it in here, touchdown, Bama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Makes the catch. It's Porter. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route. Against zone coverage, quarterback gets it to him. He's able to...
There he goes. Discards him with the stick. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
He's in there. 2-point conversion is good and pushes the lead to 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Brings it in down the left side. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Simpson. Finds the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down. They're in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. He wants to throw it. Buying some time. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayin. That's caught. It's Porter. Rams him with the stiff arm. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Tate. He gets a pickup of 6 before stepping out of bounds to stop the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. The sure hands, it's Tate. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
With the catch, it's Tate. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Tate. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Moving out of the pocket. He's in open space downfield. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. Finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking downfield on first down. If he houses this, it's ball game. Got room on the return. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go.
He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.